All right, so what's your name?
Nancy O'Connor.
And so you're involved in a school food program that's very interesting. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Well, I work at Community Mercantile Food Co-op in Lawerence, Kansas, and we're a 36-year-old consumer co-op, natural foods co-op. And so we've got a lot of history in our community. And additionally, we have a 501c3 affiliated with our co-op called Community Mercantile Education Foundation. So we've got a lot of foundation. Our soil is rich. And we started a school project at West Junior High, which is just 2 blocks from our co-op. We already have a business partnership with them. We have a relationship. We already teach curriculum over there. And we started this junior high garden project a year ago. And in its first year, we're still harvesting. We've harvested about 820 pounds of produce from the garden, which is pretty good for a first year garden. And we, in the summer, when the school is closed, we ran a student-run farmers market twice a week on the grounds of the school. And that has, to date, raised almost $4,000 to keep the garden sustainable. And then when school started in the fall, we harvest 2 days a week, so regular schedule. We have work days, we have maintenance days, we have planting days, and harvest days. So we switched our schedule up so that on Sunday evening we have a harvest day, and we harvest produce for the salad bar. The school gives our own key to the cafeteria. So we ceremoniously, every Sunday evening, harvest food for the salad bar mostly, and flowers for the school personnel, because we try to grease the wheels, and we write a note every week to the school staff, and everybody that's working in the garden signs it. We wash the produce, and then we ceremoniously carry it into the cafeteria, and we lay it out for them so that when they get there Monday morning, it's there. We made them little signage that said, "This produce was grown by your peers for you," along with the logo of the garden that was developed by one of the students for the project. Is called Growing Food, Growing West.
Awesome.
And so the students know they can differentiate the produce. And anecdotally, what we've heard from the school food supervisor at West, where there are 580 students, is that what we provide them with, the students are now eating twice as much of that as they were before. And this is just in the first year. Lawerence does not contract with the provider for district-wide school lunches. It's part of Lawerence School District. It's a break-even arm of the school, and they want to keep it that way. But there's no provider like Sodexo involved. So it's probably easier for us to navigate. We have tremendous support from the staff at the junior high in the cafeteria. At least the head of the cafeteria, it's full steam ahead, whatever we leave. She's way into it, so we leave little presents like bags of basil for the staff so that they can make pesto for themselves. We have a beautiful table and benches out in the garden so that not only students can sit out there, but the staff does. I mean, it has lots of different components, and the 6 students that our co-op pays $8 an hour to them to be our garden stewards. They interviewed and were chosen, not because they were necessarily interested in gardening, but because they had a wide range of interests and abilities, and they were identified as leaders in their school, so that we can use them to help change the culture from within. And so now we're almost at the end of the season. We're doing a celebratory dinner on November 6th that's open to the whole community, which will be our final fundraiser. And then we will identify 2 lead students from this group of 6 to carry through the winter to help with planning, and then we'll bring on new apprentices in the fall, and we're expanding the garden to include small fruits. We're doing a satellite garden at an organic farm just 6 miles south of town so we can do more volume. Home Depot built a beautiful cedar split rail fence for us.
Wow.
And sent 5 staff people for 9 hours to install it. We have a shed that's very Thinhorn-like or very Montessori-like with all the tools and signage, and they were all donated by the community through our co-op. We just put a list of what we needed, and our customers would buy hose and rakes and come into the Merc and donate it for the gardens. So we've just had the perfect coming together. We've got tons of traction, and we're expanding this fall to 2 of the elementary feeder schools. So the kids will start at the elementary school, they'll work with junior high kids. By the time they get to the junior high, they'll already know that we grow food for them, and then we'll send them on up to the high school.
Awesome.
Kind of it in a nutshell.
There you go. Cool. Thank you so much, Nancy.